PESTEL is a useful tool for understanding the remote or broad environment within which the industry and the organisation are placed. Internal plans that are created without reference to the external environment are unlikely to be realistic or achievable. Looking at our subject framework funnel, we can see that PESTEL sits alongside Porter's 5 forces as a tool to use in the analysis of the external environment. The key focus of this tool is on predicting future industry growth rates. It does this by considering each area and then rating its impact on growth as either positive, neutral, or negative. So let's quickly summarise these points. P and L are for political and legal factors, which can often be considered together. Political and legal factors that may affect growth rates include the level of government regulation and intervention in a particular industry. Some regulations can generate growth, but others can increase costs and stifle growth. New rules are often created to improve public safety, protect the environment, or because lobbyists are trying to keep new competitors out of an industry. Economic factors include economic growth rates, inflation, interest rates, foreign exchange rates, employment levels, and wages growth. When considering economic factors, often start with the expected growth in the economy, as this should lead to a natural growth within the industry. If growth is low or declining, as in a recession, this may make it unrealistic to have business plans that are aiming for large increases in new customers and prices. Interest rates will affect different industries in potentially different ways. For example, if we look at interest rates in Australia currently, we have seen that as they have fallen, the construction industry has benefited. Conversely, in the insurance industry, when interest rates fall, the value of liabilities may increase, so this may have a negative effect on industry growth. S is for social. If we think of analysing social impacts such as primarily understanding the demographics and behaviour of customer markets, then we can get a better picture of this item. One example is the rising focus on healthy living and eating, which will have a significant positive impact on some industries, but hurt others. The ageing population is becoming a growing issue for many Western governments, and depending on your industry, it can hinder or improve growth. IT will certainly help those companies in the health section and aged care services whose services will be affected by increasing demand. Technological factors are often closely linked with globalisation and communications. Another different example, which is exciting me at the moment, is the advances in energy storage and the release of affordable battery packs by Tesla Industries. Technology leaps can have a significant impact on industries, but are always hard to predict when exactly they will happen. But one day, I'm going off-grid and handing my electricity meter back to the power companies that charge us way too much for it in the first place. Our second E is for environmental factors, which has been a more recent inclusion in external environment analysis, as companies, industries and governments are grappling with the growing burden on the environment that industrialisation and advancement has brought. A reduction in available resources will raise raw material costs for many companies. But again, with the negative comes the positive. New industries in alternative energy sources are only very young and they're growing, as are those companies who are providing efficiency services and helping use technology to reduce pollution. To complete our analysis, we need to combine our analysis of each of these factors and allocate a weighting for each in terms of its positive, negative, or neutral impact on growth. We then come to a final conclusion about the overall forecast for future industry growth based on combining all of these items. It is unlikely to be perfectly accurate, but the discipline of working through this process will highlight a lot of factors that should be carefully considered when creating your business strategy.